point? Okay, so you have to read. For example, here you can see the managing money. What is the money? Money, if I'm talking about why we read the comprehension, so that we know about the new words, we get the knowledge of everything. One sec. Okay, so here we are talking about the mutual funds, what the power of money. Okay, so we have to understand why we read the comprehension, so that we know about the new words, knowledge about something. For example, I'm not aware about the mutual funds. Okay, so what we have to read this paragraph. We know about the what is the mutual fund, types of mutual funds, how we can do use the mutual funds, the each and everything. In the same way, if suppose I'm reading any comprehension, any topic, so what we get the knowledge, we get the new words, we get the new vocabulary. If suppose I'm asking about the what does mean of consumer, have you aware about the word of consumer? Do you know the meaning of consumer? Say yes or no. Hello.
No.
No, to consumer, I'll tell you, consumer to consume of something. Suppose you buy something, so that you consume. Suppose you buy a chocolate, so that is your consumer. To buy something from someone, that is called the consumer. Okay, so FMCG is a food, the same manage sub top. I mean, product, fast consuming moving consumer products. Okay, that is FMCG. So technology sector की अगर मैं बात कर रही हूँ, if I'm talking about the technology or whatever, so I'm just giving the example here. I'm reading the topic is about the mutual funds. This topic about the mutual funds. I'm managing money. In what ways we can manage the money, what is the budget, each and everything I'm talking about. So profit each and in what kind of investment, debit funds, guild funds, liquid funds, everything we can say that. Okay, so that is a mutual fund. So what we have to do, you have to read this, you have to read the paragraph, you understand on it, then you have to explain on it. Okay, in an exam point of view, you can get the subjective question. From here you can see the some subjective questions. In that way you can, but here you can see some pictures, but you will not get the picture in your exam. So it is just simply question, what is the equity, what is the types of equity. Just I'm just giving the example of the question. That type of question will come in your exam. Okay, so what's it, so that is the first question is carrying a comprehension is carrying a 15 marks maybe or 10 marks. It depends on the examiner and what ways he will set the question in your exam. Okay, so here you can see that is this. Now reading the comprehension, here you can see ensure or secure. So it's talking about the policy. When we read the comprehension, then we can understand what they want to convey. Okay, suppose I'm reading the comprehension to what they want to convey, what he wants to convey of that thing. Okay, so what they want to convey. So in here you're talking about the planning, secure lifestyle, each and everything. When you read the comprehension, then you understand what they want to convey, what he said there. So in the same way, if I'm talking about, so is a drastic. If suppose I'm asking about the drastic, what does mean of drastic? It means destroy of something. Okay, one sec. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, so here we are talking about the insurance policies, term insurance, life insurance, whole life insurance, health insurance. There are a lot of policies. I'm talking about the insurance. In this paragraph, I'm talking about this comprehension, is talking about the secure into the type of the policy. When we read the comprehension, we understand what he want to convey, what he want to deliver the message to the reader. We are the reader because I'm reading this thing. Okay, so what will you have to read on it, then you understand on it. Okay, so vocabulary, it means new words. Here you can talking about the mutual means it means the experience done two or more people like to same thing, that is called mutual understanding, that is called the mutual understanding. Okay, so that is called the mutual understanding. Okay, so that is objective. The vocabulary, it means we have to know about the new words. I said, I asked a question, you do you know the meaning of consumer? You said no. So do you know the meaning of consumer? Do you know increase? When we read more and more words, then we increase our vocabulary. what we can do, we can improve our vocabulary, we can increase our vocabulary. Okay, so now grammar, if I'm talking about conditional. Conditional, it means that something is conditions. If suppose I'll give to you, if you work hard, then you get a good marks. Conditional clause is a type of subordinate depend on to others, not in an independent clause. It is a subordinate depend on to other sentences. Okay, so it basically start with a WH family. We can say that that is called a conditional clause. That is called a conditional clause. Okay, so here you can say conditional type. Here is some kind of the condition. If said, if there is too much traffic, so I cannot cross the road, I cannot reach on time. There is a subordinate. He is depend on this. There is a too much traffic. So conditional clause is a subordinate clause. Okay, so it is some kind of the condition, we can say that. If clause is a present tense, we can use a past tense also. So if is the condition of fulfilled of something, that is a condition of something, that is called if. We can use a if. Okay, the type 1 conditional. If they offer me job, then I can accept, she can accept. Like this you have to fill that sentences. So table clause. Okay, so that is totally depend on to other clause, that is totally depend on a other clause. Okay, so now fill the read the sentence and fill with the conditional clause. Fill with the conditional clause. Can you read? Can you see my screen? If suppose I said you read the fifth number, can you read it? Anyone? Both of you? Yeah, please read it. And
Yes, check your progress 5. Complete the following sentences with a suitable clause. If there is too much traffic, yeah?
okay. So can you read the sixth one?
If there is too much traffic,
Yeah.
Okay. The sixth one, if one drives a scooter without a helmet,
Yeah. Fill it. If one
so the
drives a
possible
scooter
answer,
without a helmet,
then it's possible that there will be an accident.
yeah, that's great. That will. Please mute yourself. Please, I can't. Yeah, thank you so much. So here you can see that. So in that way, we have to fill the sentences. In the same way, you get the question in your exam. Okay. In the same way, you get the question in your exam. Okay, people will overweight. If now anyone, both of you, Grace, Salu and Mohammed, can you, maybe I pronounce your name is wrong, so please don't mind it. So can you fill anyone in the eighth one? Can you fill it? Can you fill it, eighth one? Anyone? Please, the class will be interactive when we'll talk to each other.
Okay, yes. Okay,
Yeah,
let's
thank you.
for the number 6.
Yeah,
If you read a lot, you might be
both
an
of
erudite.
I'm talking about eighth one.
About what, ma? About what?
Eighth, number
Number 8.
eight.
Okay.
Yeah.
People will become overweight if they eat too much, right?
Yeah, people, yeah,
Or maybe if they
that's great.
take too much fat.
Yeah, that's great. Nice. In the same way, you have to fill the sentences on your exam. Okay. So here you can see same questions. You have to the what will you have to practice on this check in the progress. Before paper point of view, you have to do the check in the progress thoroughly. Okay. For paper point of view, you have to practice on the check in the progress thoroughly. Okay. Now pronunciation, how to pronounce the words. Finance, I'm saying because sometimes finance. So pressure. So everyone use their words in a different way. That is a different pronunciation. My pronunciation is different. Your pronunciation is different. Everyone has a different pronunciation. Okay. So how to pronounce the words. Your way of talk is different, the other people way of talk is different. So everyone has a different way of talk. Everyone has a different way of talk. Okay, so pronunciation is very person to person. Writing, filling the application, you know the how to fill the form, they'll give some instruction, you have to follow on it. But paper point of view, that is not important, that is follow the generic things, you have to know about these things. In what ways we have what ways we have to fill the form. If suppose I'm talking about the registration form, we have to fill it or fill on it. Okay, you have to fill on it, application form. Okay, so they'll give the instruction, write your name, mother name, your residential address, your date of month, like this you have to fill it, that's it. That is not that will not come in your exam, but as a generic you have to know that in what ways we fill the form. If there any question in this, you can ask me. So I already told you the first question is this paper is purely in your grammar base. Okay, so you have to understand everything and then you do on it. Okay, if there any question you can ask me, otherwise I'll move further if you grant me permission. Yes, can I say yes or no? Hello.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, thank you. I'll stop my screen, then I'll share the another unit with you. Let me check one sec. Now can you see my screen? Now can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Yeah,
Unit 4.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
public service. What does mean of public service? I'm talking about in the generic. What does mean of public service? What did you understand for this public service? What is the public service? Here in this picture, you can see the public service. Is your hospital, ambulance, or your the hospitality industries. Everyone they provide the services. Okay, so here that is called the public service. Here if they use the just dial the number, for example, if there any problem you can call in medical services, tourism services, airport, train services, whatever you want, they then provide the services. The telephone directory, public utility services, I'm talking about the telephone helpline. If suppose you are in a trouble, then you call in. From where you call in ambulance or some stock you on the traffic, wherever you are, there's a helpline number, we can get it, then we'll do the just dial that number when get the help or we get the information of anything. That is called the valuable information instruction. Because I'm not aware of the public service, when I'll read it, then I'll understand what does mean of public services. Organize a telephone helpline for advice, whatever we want is that is a larger section of society. Okay, so for example, you can get the helpline for the hospital, your traffic or airport, train, bus stand, or anywhere you want to give the any disasters from somewhere, then you can call the helpline number. Suppose some earthquake in your area, so there you see there's a lot of helpline number you can contact so that you can connect with your near or dear ones on that number. Okay, so that is provide the right advice, right time. They always support it. So in short, that is a listening, that is also the comprehension. So I already discussed with you. So you have to read the comprehension, you understand it, what you want to convey on it, and then give the answer on it. Okay, so what the main function or main role of comprehension? To understand everything. To understand everything. Okay, to understand everything and get the knowledge, then we can do this. Okay, so here we are talking about the public services. Okay, we are talking about the public services. So you have to read it, then give the answer. One more question. One more thing I want to tell you. This is the subjective question. In our comprehension, you'll get the subjective question, not a objective question, not a multiple choice question. You'll get it. Got it? My point. They'll you in an exam point of view get a subjective question, not a objective question, not a multiple questions. Okay, here you can see some examples. So in that way, reading comprehension is talking about the call center. Well, have you know that the call center is the service center we get. Suppose you buy something, you have some technical issues, your machine or whatever, you can call in that call center and get the help for this. Okay, so what why would the customer make a call center for the advice for their problem? That's what they call the call center. I just read it, then understand and give the answer on it. One more thing you should remember: when you read the answer passage, you give the answer on your language. Don't copy from the comprehension, not copy from the this place. Okay, so you have to understand it, then you give the answer on it. Got it? My point. Say yes or no.
Yes, I get your point.
Yeah, thank you. Please revert if I'm asking question to you. You have to please revert on me. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have to
Okay.
in this comprehension, the second one I'm talking about it, you have to read the comprehension, then you give the answer. I'll give the one comprehension, you have to do on it. Okay, here is it talking about the telemedicine. If I'm talking about the telemedicine, it is talking about the telemedicine. Okay, one sec. There is a expertise on Indian people. You have to read, then you understand it, and you give the answer on it. Vocabulary. It from here you can see there are a lot of words we are talking about. So is there a lot of words we don't know the meaning of it? Okay, what we do on a bank? Suppose I'll went the bank. What we do? Why we go to bank? So please
Uh,
respond.
yeah, when you go to the bank, yeah, when you go to the
Withdraw.
bank, we go to recuperate money,
Yeah,
for example.
yeah. Okay, so because you are the
We can
aware
do
of the
also
bank,
some
what
Like
does, yeah, tell me, yeah, tell me. You want to say something, Mohammed Sani?
yeah, but when we go to the bank, like there's a lot of things that we normally do there. Maybe like withdrawal position. Maybe we go to customer
Yeah,
service
that's
for
true.
maybe to provide services for us. Like there is a lot
That
of
is
things
true.
that we did there. Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. And that way, what the role? I'm just asking very simple questions to you. In the same way, if I'm talking about insert the correct list, if the what we do on a prank is here, you can credit card verification, verification, overdraft, bounce. So all these things we do on a bank. Okay, so because I know the what we do on a bank, so I'll write on this. In the same way, cyber cafe, if I'm talking about the ambulance, but what the every word, everything has a old responsibility. Okay, so we did on these thing on the that place. If suppose I went to the hotel, if I went to the airport, if I went to the school, so I know that what we'll do from that, what kind of the word, what kind of the things we require on that place. We do all same thing on the that place. So it means I'm the aware of the that particular vocabulary, so I can use on it. Every place is a different vocabulary. Suppose I went to the airport, then I use a different sentence, a different vocabulary. Suppose I went on a business meeting, I can use a different meanings, different phrases. So in every place, in every situation, we use a different words or different vocabulary. Okay, we use in a different vocabulary for every place. Now speaking and writing activities, and suppose I'm talking about the speaking. First we meet someone, then first we have to greet like this: good morning, how are you, like this. With there are two types of conversation: formal and informal. If suppose I'm talking with my seniors or my teammates, then I'll say the formal conversation. If suppose I met my friend or someone else, so I'll say the informal conversation. Okay, so when we talk about the formal conversation, we have used a modals as a should I, could, would, like this, that kind of. In that kind of words, we have to start at the speaking. Okay, so the question will come on your exam conversation, 10 marks. It will come on your exam. Okay, it will come on your exam. Okay. So,
Okay.
speaking, yeah, you want to say something? Hello? You want to say something?
No, sorry.
Okay, no issues. Okay. So, speaking or writing activities, I'm talking about if suppose you want to booking a hotel. So, what kind of conversation with your the receptionist or the front office manager? In what ways? Okay. So you have to know that. If suppose I'll give the one question to you, what will you in what was your conversation if suppose you going for a vacation and you have a conversation with the travel agent, in what will you start your conversation with the travel agent for the booking or everything, or you have a 5 members, so in what will you start it? I have a 3 student in my class, so who will start with? Everyone will speak because this question will come on your exam. Is it 10 marks? Yeah, 10 marks. So how will you start your conversation? First, you'll start. If there any issue, then I'll start it. Yes. How will you start the conversation with the travel agent and customer? Yes. Please speak out. Uh, how can you start on it? So please, anyone. We have a 3 student in my class. Both. So can you start?
I think the particular person, not the customer.
Yeah. What ways you start it?
Sorry, can you
I
ask the
said.
question again? How
Yes.
can we start
Uh,
talking with a
yeah.
receptionist,
In
right?
what ways you start the conversation?
Okay, yeah. When I go to the hotel, for example, man, I will directly first ask the receptionist. I want him or her to provide their services for me. Is the hotel one?
You didn't listen my question. I said the conversation between travel agent and customer. I didn't say the hotel manager, or I'm just talking about the customer and travel agent. Suppose you are a customer, you are booking for as a vacation and travel agent. How can you start it?
Okay,
What's
okay.
your
The temporary
requirement?
agent. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, with the travel agent.
Yeah.
Yes, I will say with that. But I will go
So
like,
tell me in what way you
hello.
start it.
Okay, yeah, I will
Yeah.
go with like, hello, how are you? How's work? Please, I want to hear about your service. About your service, I mean.
Mhm. Yeah. As I am listening.
And I think the possible or necessary. Okay, let me ask you as the as the travel agent, right?
Excuse me.
Sorry, sorry. Okay, I will go
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Hello, hello. How are you? How's everything? Please, I want to inquire about your services, the services that you provided.
Okay. Now next. Please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Thank you. Yes, please mute. Yeah, next. If you will not speak, you will not discuss with me, then how can you write on your exam? You tell me. So you have to speak in front of me.
Okay, let me give another
We
example.
should give the
Let me
chance
see.
to
Shall we go?
everyone, dear.
Yeah, okay, okay, no problem.
Yes. Yes.
So,
You don't
can I
want.
try?
Yeah, you can try.
Okay, so we'll take the second example. I want to book a room for a friend who will be arriving from Kolkata on the 22nd of October. So if I take the role of the public servant, my answer will be the following. Good morning, sir. What can I do for you? And the the person will ask me to book a room on the 22nd of October. So just wait for a minute, sir. I will check if there is a room available in on that date. And after that, I saw that I'm sorry because I don't we don't have any room available for that. But if you want, I can call another
Yeah,
to book a hotel
that's
for you.
great. That's great. It's very good. You have to take the initiative for like this. The same way you have to write on your exam. Okay. My main purpose to in what ways you write the conversation where the question comes in your exam. Okay. So this question
Okay.
can carry 10 marks. So then you have to at least round 10 rounds, 10 sentences, 10 to 15 or more than 20 sentences. Okay. So so that this question will come on, is not specific. This same question will come. It can the question with the conversation with two friends between online or offline shopping, some conversation between the ex alumni or the chairperson of the school donate some books or like this. So the conversation between the bank manager and customer. So any question will come in your exam regarding the conversation. Dialogue writing, we can say dialogue writing, we can say the conversation. Okay, got it my point?
Yes, I get your point. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
welcome. Now, have you ever aware about the tenses? Do you know about the tenses? Have you heard about the future tense? Have you heard about the past tense?
Uh, I already saw Will and too, but till now I'm a bit confused about what is really the difference or the contrast between the
I
two.
cannot understand what you want to convey actually. I'm just asking, did you know about the tenses?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so what the tenses? So please tell me, what does mean of
Okay.
tenses?
So tendencies, for example, if we talk about something at the time of speaking, we can use present continuous,
Okay, that's
present
it.
present. Yeah.
Yeah. If
If
suppose
we
I'm
talk,
talking about the future,
But I
then
think,
yeah.
Alma, I
yeah, speak
think
out.
the tenses are what specifies the time of our talking, or like the present, the past, and the future. That
Yeah,
is what
I'll
basically
tell.
the tenses is all about.
Just in a one sentence, I guess tenses is that. Please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Yeah. Tenses is a time frame of the action. What we do that is called time frame is called the tenses. That's it. In one word, we can say what is a tense? Tense is a time frame of anything that is called a tenses. Okay. Suppose I said the present. If I'm talking with you, that is a present tense. I yesterday I talked. Yesterday I went from that place. That is a past. Here I'm talking about the future. The action will be going on in a different way. We will do, not yet, we didn't do right now, but we are planning of something. That is called the future tense. Okay, that if I'm talking about the future is a we will do. That is, we will do something. So not is happening. The action is not happened yet. The express or the action, whatever the action is not happened yet, or the state does not exist. Suppose I will go, but it means I didn't go till now, but I will go that place. That is called the future tense. That is called the future tense. Is verb the action described in occur what time we will do. The future is it means the action of verb. Verb is the action, whatever the action will do. That is a future tense. That's the clear idea of everything. So future it means if I'm talking about the action that will happen in future. Okay, suppose I will go there, I will take your class, I will buy this. That is a future tense. Okay, till now I didn't buy anything. I will buy Mercedes. I'm just giving the example. But till now I didn't buy the Mercedes. Okay, so I will take your class. Till now I didn't. Now I took your class. Last week I took your class. That is a past. We already taken it. Okay, in the future, next week I will not take your class. I'm just giving an example. So it means that is not happened till now, but I will not take your class. Is the simple future tense if I'm talking about. That is your action will happen, not till now, but action will happen. A future continuous that will taking in a future. Excuse me. Okay, so that is positive, negative, or interrogative. Suppose I will write a letter, I will write a book. That's a simple future tense. Okay, when will you write a book? I will write a book after my class. Okay, so that is the action. That is called the going on. The future it means the action will happen after some time, not till now. That is called future tense. Okay, so for example, I'm going to, I will go this. That is called the future tense. That is called the future tense. Okay, here you can see the doorbell rings. Somebody is at the door to meet your father. Just a moment, I will get him. Okay, I'll going to him. Okay, so like this you have to the future tense. It means you have to action will happen in future, not till. That is called the future tense. That's it. Got it my point? Here you can see check in the progress. What will you do? You have to do it for the practice. For the exam point of view, you have to practice the check in the progress. Got it my point?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Pronunciation, same thing. You can say this label on which word we stress. We stress silent. So syllable is it in which word we have to stress on it. That is called the pronunciation. That is called the pronunciation. Okay, that is called the pronunciation. Got it? My point. So this is finished from my side. This block. If you want ask anything in this block, you can ask me. Block 2 is finished from my side. Now I'll move in a unit block 3. If you want ask anything, you can ask. I already told you which thing is important. The paper point of view, you have to practice on it and do it very well. Got it? My point.
Yes, it's clear.
Okay. That's good. The rest of is also clear. Another student.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
If there any doubt, you can ask me. I'll stop for a 2-3 minutes from here. Then you go through it. If any question regarding this, you can ask me.
There's no values.
Okay,
Let us
there
check.
is no question.
There's no question from me.
Same here.
No question.
Okay, there is no question. So shall I proceed? So now block 2 is finished from my side. Okay. Now
Okay.
I'll move. Yeah. Now I'll move block 3. One sec. I'll share with you. Can you see? Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see it now. The media.
Yeah. What we'll see in my screen? The media.
The media.
Before starting this unit, so I just want to. What does mean of media? What does mean of social media? Why we use the social media? What the role of social media in our life? Tell me, anyone, please.
Okay, so for me, media in the past was mainly used to get information from people or from businesses. But now we have the social media, which helps us to interact each other from the globe. So wherever you are, we can connect. For example, now we can take the course via the Google Meet. Thank
Okay,
you.
now I will connect through Google Meet. That is true. That's good answer. Anyone?
I think social media is there for easy communication and entertainment.
Okay. Okay, that's your. It means you are aware about the social media. What is the social media, or what the role of social media? Yes, you. It means you are aware about everything. Am I right? So, do you think is it good? Do you think is it good?
Yes, I think it's something very good, but it
How
depends
can
on
you say
the
that is very good?
yeah. Because for example, I can set up a business without having any land. I can make it online. I can take a course without needing to travel. I can take it
Okay.
online like we do now. Yeah.
Okay. So, according to you, is a good for us. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. If we use very wisely, then it's good for us. That is true. Okay, so here it means you know that the media is a both electronic media, print media. If I'm talking about the print media, that is newspaper or magazine, some journals, or if I'm talking about the electronic media, it's a yeah, uh, we can say that internet or some you can say that mobile phone, radio, TV, that is electronic media. Okay, so here we can see the role of media. Each and everything is a role of media. Media get full information. If suppose I'm listening the news or watching the news or read the newspaper, I get the information of every country, every place. We get everything in that. Okay, so the news article, if I'm talking about it, here is a news article. You have to read this news article, you can get the information. Okay, so what is this? That is a news article. You have to read on it, then you have to give the answer. In the same way, I already discussed that give the information of anything. So you have to read the comprehension, then you give the answer. The first question is compulsory of comprehension in your exam. Okay, so like this. Now vocabulary, you know about the meaning of social networking. Networking it we have to connect more people. Suppose I am connecting with you, that is a social networking. Okay, I am connecting with you, that is a social network. They interact, no, you can send the messages. There are a lot of platform like a Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, blogs. There is so many platforms. We can interact. We can share our messages. We can convey everything to each other. Okay, so networking is interactive. Good networking. We can say we can interact with a lot of people. Okay, so blogs, Twitter will get give the information. If suppose I write the blog, you have to read my blog and you understand what I want to convey, what kind of the text I have, what kind of vocabulary I have, what kind of photos I'm using on it. So that is a informing or opinion of something or ideas of something. It gives the ideas of something. Okay, so they cite videos as well as text, each and everything we can read it. Then the blogs that give the provide the information. What is in the blogs that give the information of something? Suppose I'm reading the blog of UPI, so I will give the information of the UPI. What is the meaning of UPI? The role of UPI, each and everything. I'm just giving the example. Okay, so it means uh, blogs, it gives the information, it gives the information of everything. Okay, Twitter is also, there is so many registered members, or the uh, we can say it is also broadcast either using a computer, share your opinions, everything we can get in the Twitter. Facebook, the free social networking, we connect so many people, so many groups. Okay, so we can connect with the Facebook. LinkedIn is also social networking, professional posting, each and get Telegram, Wikipedia. We can get everything in this. We can get everything in this. That is called the social networking, social platform. Okay. For here you can see the some phrases. Phrases, it give the meaning. At 11th hour, it means the last minute possible time. At 11th hour, she said to take my class. Okay, so you heard about the phrases? Have you heard
Uh,
about the phrases?
not yet.
Not yet. Okay. So what does mean of phrases? Give the extra from here. Suppose I'll say the at 11th hour is a phrase. It means at a last minute. Okay, caught red-handed, to catch someone. Okay, so here you can say match the following idioms. I'm just giving the example one by one. At the 11th hour, I said, I already told you what the meaning of 11th. One sec, one sec. Okay, at the possible time. Okay, or back to the square one, it means to start from the starting. Back to where the started, no progress. This one, F part. Okay, so phrases or idioms give the meaning. Phrases or idioms, if I'm talking about, they gives the meaning of something. Idioms and phrases, that gives the meaning. Okay, so for example, if I'm said once in a blue moon, once in a blue moon, that is mean I'm very happy. Cloud nine, I'm very happy. Once in a blue moon, sorry, once in a blue moon, it means we can happen infrequently. uh and once in a blue moon, it means events happens in a infrequently, matlab we cannot see on a regular basis. We cannot see on a regular basis, not a rocket science. A piece of cake, that is a phrases. So what does mean of idiom or expression is a plenty of phrases that gives a good impression or offering advice. We can say that the meaning of phrases of him talking, that gives the meanings of everything. Phrases or idioms gives the meaning of everything. Okay, so meaning of everything, if I'm talking about phrases is, or that is a group of words that gives a literary meaning. If suppose I said what did I say, a piece of cake, it doesn't mean I want to eat a piece of cake. What it means, a piece of cake, and this thing is very easy. Okay, I didn't want, a literary meaning is a very easy, but it doesn't mean a piece of cake I don't want to eat a piece of cake. Suppose I said to kill a two birds with one stone. I kill the stone with the stone. I can kill. Can I kill the birds? No. but it means the problem is this solved. Phrases or idioms, it means the literary meaning of, hidden meaning of something. That is called the idioms or phrases. We can say the expression two or more words in together. That is gives a literary meaning and convey something. Okay, if I'm suppose I say 11th hour, it is 11th hour. We cannot say, we can say, yeah, 11th hour it doesn't mean ke is 11 hours. It means it the last time, last moment of something. Okay, so that is called the gives the literary meaning. Catch in a wildfire. Catch in wildfire. So it means we have to the things cannot be controlled. Catch in the campfire, that cannot be controlled. It. Okay. So here you can share same right. Catch like a wildfire. It means we cannot catch in the campfire. We cannot control anything. It means we cannot control. We can say the burning of something. Catch in a wildfire. It means it doesn't make it a fire in a jungle. It means we cannot control that thing. Okay. So
Okay.
idioms or phrases give the literary meaning. Idioms and phrases give the literary meaning. So for this, you have to learn and read more and more phrases. Then it'll come in your exam. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Definition. It means to describe of something. Okay. So that is called a definition. Listening. That is not important. Speaking or indicating preference. Here you can send a lot of channels. We can increase your knowledge. Writing a report. What does mean of report? Have you heard about the report? What does mean of report? What does mean of report? Can you tell me what does mean of report? Have you heard about the report?
Uh, Most of time, the report I see is like minutes of a meeting. For example, after a meeting, we have to give a report, and it's called minutes.
Minutes is a
And is it
different thing. Reports is a different thing. So we cannot
okay?
guess the both are same thing. Yeah.
No.
So both are
So
the
I don't.
different. Okay.
So
It
so
means
in the past,
it means, so both are different. If you don't know, I'll explain it. Shall I?
yes, yes.
Okay. Report, it means we can say that give the information of something. Okay. Report, it give the information of something. Report writing. If suppose I said the report writing, it means give the information, result, investigation of everything. That is called the report writing. Okay. Here you can say report. There are two types. You can say some mishappening. So we have to prepare the report. What the consequences, importance, setting each and everything. We have to write the report. Report give the information of something. That is called report writing. Okay. So it covers everything. Your information, your knowledge, what the accurate data we have to write on the report. That is called report. You had said report minutes when we conduct the meeting. After that we'll finish, then we prepare the minutes of meeting. Okay, so both are a different minutes of meeting. We have to what we have what happened in your meeting. What if suppose I'll not attend the meeting, so through the minutes of meeting I can get the information what did discuss on the meeting and what will happen on the next time, each and everything through get the information through the minutes of meeting. But if I'm talking about the report writing, that give the information if there's some mishappening in somewhere, then we have to write the report. So suppose I said you have to I organize a function, then I said you have to write the report. What will you say? What will happen in the organization? What will happen in the event? Yeah, what did happen on the event? So you have to write on the report, you have to write each and everything. Okay, so report writing some natural calamities, some the earthquakes. So what did happen on that place, how many people die, how many people lost their life, so and the loss of everything. So what did happen on that place, you have to write the report and share with us. Okay, so in the same way, suppose I said that you write the sales report. Suppose I said that you have to write a sales report. So what did in the last 3 years or 4 years or whatever the mention on this thing, you have to give the information. So through the report, I'll get the know about everything. That's it. Report writing is always write on a past tense, and you said the minutes of writing that will write on a after the meeting. Then we have to write the minutes of meeting. That is called the MOM. Okay, that is the difference between report and minutes of writing. Okay, now got it my point? Yes, now you got it my point.
Yes, I get your point. Thank you so much for this
Welcome.
explanation.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. Now I'm talking about the present perfect. Here, well, is discussed in earlier. The present perfect does recently we had done this work. Recently, I completed my task. Recently, if I'm talking about that, is called the present perfect. It's used to complete the action recently. If I'm talking about the present perfect, it is shows the time. The say I suppose I have not taking the class since morning. Okay, it's used for the time frame. Since or for we can use in a present perfect continuous. If suppose I said the present perfect continuous, it was talking about the time frame of action. Time frame of action. Okay, so present perfect is employs that indicate the action started past or till continue in the present. It's a time frame. It's a progressive action, we can say that. Okay, it's used in a times or sorry, since or for we can use on it. Since or for we can use on it the time frame. Present perfect continuous. Got it my point? Here you can, and how can we recognize this present perfect continuous? Or here you can see the from here you can see uh, the telephone bell has ringing for the last 5 minutes. Here you can see, from here you can see the present perfect. How can we know about this present perfect tense? If the shows the time of something, that is called the present perfect present perfect continuous. From here, present perfect is always since or for. Here you can see last one. Neha has doing a part-time job for nearly 3 years. Okay, so now you can see my grandfather has backache. He has been watering the plants since morning. Okay, the since or for it shows the present perfect continuous. In that way, you can get this is a present perfect continuous or that is a perfect. That's it. Present perfect. It's we can use since or for verb ki first form plus ing, or present perfect if I'm talking about has or have verb ka has or have verb ki third form. That is the rule of present perfect or present perfect continuous. If I'm talking about the present perfect continuous, that is the rule of subject has or have verb ki first form plus ing and since or for. Okay, for example, I have, I have, no, sorry, she has been late for work recently. Okay, yeah, she has been arriving late for work recently. Okay, that is at the present perfect continuous. They say, I have been working since morning. Okay, so that is the present perfect. Since our for is the present perfect continuous or has or have worked without form, that is a present perfect. Okay, now you got it. My point here, you can see you have to do pronunciation is then what we stress on. That is it. So this is very important. What will you do? You have to try to fill this. Fill it. Even then, if you have a box, what will you do? Have to do when you'll do it. Then from here, you can check from here. I'll see you. Here you can get the answer of everything. Check the progress has been building, have finished. Here the question number 6. Where is question number 6? One sec. Here. Okay. Got it my point? You have to practice on it.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. So you have to practice on it. That is very
Okay.
important. So if you want to ask anything,
Yes, I have one question.
yeah, you can ask the question, please.
Yes, okay. In fact, we discussed about idioms, and I want just to be sure what is when is the right time to use idioms when we write a report or when we speak in our everyday life or where or we
Yeah,
can use it
that is a good
anytime. Yeah.
question. You ask the idioms we can use in everywhere. If suppose I said if I'm in a meeting, I can use a different idioms because through the idioms we can express. We can it's a good English. So that is called a polish English. I've said if suppose my manager said you have to do this, I said in 11th, well, how can I do it? I can use the idioms. When I saw my friend and after a long time, I said, "Wow, was I'm a once in a blue. We cannot see because you are a once in a blue moon. If suppose I'm very happy, I said I'm cloud nine because I achieved this target. In that way, it
Um,
depends on your way in what ways you use the idioms or phrases. So
okay.
usually, as a business point of view, as in the meetings, we have to use the idioms. That is very important. Even though I use a lot of idioms in my organization and where I, if suppose I'm talking with anyone, so I'll use it. It's depend on you in how to use it and how to put on at that time. It on that time. That is very important.
Okay. Thank you so much. It's clear. It's clear.
Now, is it clear? So, through the
Yes.
practice, you can use from where you hit. If suppose I said a killer two birds with a one stone, it means we can do one work together. I'm just giving the example. A killer two birds with the if I'm talking about by taking my dad holiday, I'll kill a two birds. I spend the time and I'll complete my work. If suppose I'm not well, I didn't say I'm not well. I said I'm feeling under the weather. Okay, it means I have a terrible cold under the weather. Okay, so suppose I said a piece of cake, it means very easy. I said this work is not piece of cake for me. It is not a rocket science. So it's totally
Mhm.
depend on you have to know the meaning and then you can use on it your own self. That is very important. Are you working?
Yeah.
From
No.
where you work?
Okay. I understand it.
Pardon?
Yeah. Thank you so much for this explanation.
Okay. I'm just asking, are you working? I'm just asking a question to you.
Okay. Okay. So I don't have any question. I don't have no more question about
You
this
cannot
topic.
understand what I am saying actually.
Yeah.
Okay, anyhow, leave it. If you cannot understand what I am saying, so leave it. That is a better option for us.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyhow, so any question? Otherwise, I'll move further. If there is no question, then I'll move further. Shall I? Shall I? Okay, I'll stop my screen, then I'll share the unit 2. One sec. Can you see my screen?
Yes,
Is it visible? Am I right?
yes, it's visible. It's the unit two floating markets of Thailand.
Pardon?
Yeah, we can see it. Unit
Yeah.
2.
Yeah. Yeah. Here we can see same questions in paper or point of view. I'll tell you which thing is important. Comprehension, do as directed. It means entire grammar, dialogue writing. Um, these questions is very important on paper point of view. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So reading comprehension, you have to read it, then you understand the Thailand place or what the bargaining, selling, each and everything. Suppose I'll read it, I know about the market of Thailand, the people, cuisines, everything in through this comprehension. Okay. So what will you do? You have to read at least 2 3 times, then you get the answer on these questions. Now vocabulary. Here are same thing. Vocabulary. If suppose I said vendor, you know the meaning of vendor, you know the meaning of hectic activity, survival, each and everything. So we can say that you know the meaning of hawkers, the street hawkers, buying, selling, trading, each and everything. That is a vocabulary. Okay, you know the meaning of words, that is called vocabulary. Vocabulary is very important. It'll get the knowledge, and we can use a good vocabulary when we're speaking, when we are writing. In every way, we can use our the vocabulary. If I know the meaning of the word and we know how to put on that place, that is very important. If we know that in what ways we put on it, then we can use. Otherwise, we cannot use on it. So it's totally up to you in what ways you use on it. It's totally up to you how can use on it. So we can say if we know the word, then we can use. If I am not aware of that word, we cannot use on it. Okay, if suppose I am not aware of the words, then I cannot use on it. Okay. So following the direction, you suppose you want to go somewhere, you see the signboard or something, you can know the direction, then you follow that direction, you can reach your own destiny. Okay, you have to follow the direction, then you reach on your destiny. Dialogue writing, we already done it in a previous unit. Okay, so the conversation between the person or dialogue writing, conversation or we can say that dialogue writing, both are same thing. Okay, here you can could I do this, please share your number. Okay, may I have tell this like this. You have to when the formal writing, there are two types of the conversation: formal conversation or informal conversation. If suppose I'm talking about the formal conversation, if I'm talking about the formal conversation, then let us start with the we can say they let us start with the modals. Then it start with the modals. Okay, can, could, would, like this. We have to start at the conversation. Okay, now we are talking about the passive. What we the tenses are active. Now we are talking about the passive. Passive is the rule that we have to put the third form of the verb, and we can say that the object become a subjective or subject become a active. Okay, for example, if this is a I am passive voice, it will come in your exam. So be aware. Or the next time, if you want to ask the question, you can ask me because that is very important. Active or passive voice. I'm talking about it. Okay, so we can say that is that I already told you is every time we put on a third form of the verb. If suppose I said uh, the watchman opens the door, that is the active. That is called the active. What is the passive voice? The door is opened by the watchman. Okay, there are the two types. That is the passive voice, and the here we can say the object become a subject or subject become a object. Okay, the watchman opens the door. The door is opened by the watchman. Okay, so that is a active or passive voice. I said eggs are laid by the hens. That is passive voice. That is a passive voice is, for example, I write a letter. Rita wrote a letter. Sorry, Rita writes a letter. A letter wrote by Rita. Okay, so that is sorry. Rita wrote a letter. It means a letter was written by Rita. Wrote a, that is not passive. Wrote is a past tense. Rita wrote a letter is a past tense. But in a passive voice, we write the was or were. A letter was written by Rita. For example, simple present tense. She cooks the food. The food is cooked by her. Okay, so first what we see, identify subjects. For example, she drives a car. That is a simple present tense. That is a simple present tense. A car is driven by him. Okay, and now one more example, simple present tense. She knits a sweater. A sweater is knitted by her. Okay, that is a simple present tense. For example, she prepares a dinner. The dinner is prepared by her. That is a simple present tense. Okay, if I'm talking about we can say present continuous, they are eating a bananas. The bananas are being. If I'm talking about the I mean talking about the present continuous is mr, but in a passive it will becomes a was or were. Sorry, is mr in a present continuous, that is the passive is mr plus being. For example, Mona is drawing a diagram. A diagram is being drawn by Mona. Okay, so that is a simple present continuous tense. That is called the simple present continuous tense. If I'm talking about the present perfect, she says, for example, he created this masterpiece. Okay, the masterpiece is created by him. Okay, that is a simple past tense. Ria paid the bills. A bill were paid by Ria. That is a simple past tense. That is a passive voice. That is very important in a paper point of view. So what will you do next time you go through it? If you want to ask anything, you can ask me on the next class. Okay. So, but you have to practice on it because it's very important for the paper. Got it? My point. I said you got it. My point.
Yeah, I get your point.
That's great. So in the next class, you have to do on it in properly.
Okay.
Now here you describe the picture, but in a paper point will not come describing. You will describe the place, person, or something. That is called the describing. Okay, describing it means we have to describe uh, place or person. For example, I said you have to describe this picture. So what will you describe? I said describe this picture. So you see this picture and you can describe it. Okay.
Okay.
Pronunciation is the same thing we already said. You go through it. If you want to ask anything, I'll show the picture. Can you speak on this description of this? I'll share with you. I'll give it 5 minutes. You think about it and speak. Yeah, can you describe? Can you tell? Think about it.
Yes, I will try to describe the park. The park. So to begin the description, we are in a park full of cars, and the cars are all situated each other in uh, in uh, in three columns, like we see in the picture, and the most of them, the heads of the cars are oriented towards the inside, but we can see some we can say outliers that in which we have the head of the cars oriented to the external side,
Yeah.
and there is a clear direction map on the picture. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it
in the
just
that you have to describe it.
yeah, okay.
Anyone?
So the
The rest of two?
okay.
Yes. Okay, now I'll
Can,
move.
can I try another one?
Okay, now I'll move in another unit. Thank you.
Okay, so I will.
Yeah, that's finished from my
Okay, thank
side.
you.
One sec. I'll stop this screen and I'll share other unit. One sec. One sec. Can you see? Can you see?
Yes, yeah, I can see it.
Yeah,
Yes, it's clean.
yeah. Now people at a work. Here you get TV news anchor. You know the TV news anchor? Now, here we're talking about the in this interview is very important from paper point of view. Phrasal verb we already done it. Here we are talking about the reading comprehension due to day to life. The anchoring, the person who will tell about everything. The news anchor, the host of the program that is called the anchor. Am I right? If suppose I'm hosting something, that is the I'm the anchor. Okay, okay. So the script each time the news anchor or program anchor to host of something, the reporters we can say that you have to read the complaint to give the answer. Vocabulary means same thing. What kind of every word we can say that is a different vocabulary. If suppose I said news, the affiliate, if I'm talking about the market, that is a different vocabulary. So everywhere we have a different vocabulary. Every time we have a different vocabulary for everything. Okay. So celebrity, internship, words, each and everything. Poem is not important in the paper point or speaking interview. Yes. What does mean of interview? If I'm said that asking about the interview, what did you understand? What does mean of interview? What did you understand?
Okay, so for me, interview is the act of asking someone in order to get a response, and this act is composed of many questions. So an interview is not a simple question or one question; it's composed of more than one questions.
Okay. So why we conduct the interview? What the reason of we conduct the interview?
For that point, I don't have any idea.
Okay.
Sorry.
Anyone? Yes. Yes. No. Okay. Now,
Can you,
yeah. Yeah, tell me. What
yeah,
is
can you come again with the question, Ma?
I said why we conduct the interview. Why we need conduct the interview. So I'm just asking why we conduct the interview. What the reason? We conduct the, suppose I'm going for the interview, I want to check your competency, I want to check each and everything. That's why we conduct the interview. Okay, why we conduct the interview? We have to check everything. So your knowledge, your competency. So that's why we conduct the interview. Okay, but it means we have to choose a right person for the right job. Okay, we have to prepare some question, the question to describe yourself, why do you want to do this job, what's your skills, your strength, each and everything. We have to ask the question. If suppose I'm the interviewer, interviewer, it means that person who's taking the interview, or interview who will given the interview. If suppose I'm the interviewer, you are a interviewee. Okay, a person will take the interview, that is called interviewer. If the person will give the interview, that is called interviewee. Okay. So, ask the question general so that we can know about the person. That's why we conduct the interview for a right job, for a right candidate for the right job. That's why we conduct the interview. Okay, description here you can see to describe. You can see this picture, the describe of all these things. So you describe the working people, these different working people, what the role and responsibility. Okay, you have to write. Phrasal verb, we already done it in a previous unit. Okay, catch up, look out. This we can use of the phrasal verbs also. Okay, we can use a phrasal verbs also. If I'm talking about one sec. Phrasal verbs. Okay, so we can mostly you can hear to other person. If you want to speak a good English, then you can use idioms, or we can say that a phrasal verbs also. Okay, you know the meaning, and we So you know that from where you use it, that is a phrasal verb. And phrasal verb is always with the preposition. If we write the preposition, we can, for example, come across, to find or discover something by chance. I am going somewhere, then come across my friend. It means I'll met with someone by chance. Okay, I'll met someone by chance. Call off. I, due to some emergency, I call off my all meetings. Okay, now you have to work out this problem. It means to solve the problem or exercise. Okay, so for breakdown, to stop working. My car broken down on the way to the broke down on the way the work to work in the morning. Okay, call off, I have already told you. Carry out. So to do, we need to carry out the instruction exactly as they are written on. Complete task. Okay, cut off. I'll cut off my all friends. Okay, go ahead. Put off. To postpone, to delay. Due to the malfunction of the machine, so I put off all things. Okay, to blow up, beer out, calm down. Okay, so that is the clean up, cheer up, cut back. That is are the phrasal verbs. Got it? So what will you have to practice on it. You have to learn more and more phrasal verbs. Okay, here you can see. You have to practice on it. That is a pronunciation. In this, the phrasal verbs will come in your exam. Dialogue writing, word comprehension, do as directly, tenses, past. Sorry, one sec. One sec. Excuse me. Excuse me. So these things will come in your exam. Got it? My point. Got it? My point. Got it? My point.
Yes,
Yes. Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
So you have to practice or you have to do the all the check in the progress. That is very important for the paper point of view. If you want to appear your exam, then you have to practice on it. That's it. If you want to ask any question, you can. Read it. Now you ask, otherwise I'll move further. Yes. No question. Okay. No issues. I'll move in a unit 4. Let me check. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes,
Yes,
we can see it
it
now.
is showing.
Yeah. That is the smell
And
of
it's
food.
delicious.
Yeah. Here we are talking about the smell of food. In this unit, we can say that the comprehension, here you can the smell of food. There is a give the comprehension. You read it and then you understand it. Okay. From this the shopping center and you have to write on it. Scene tools in like this. You have to comprehension. Vocabulary in the same work. You got a good vocabulary, then you can write on it. Here, what will you do? You have to practice on the check in the progress and then discuss with me on the next time. Listening, comprehend the story. There is nothing else. So, TV, talking about last week and last month, I went there. I covered that story. Like this, you have to write the sentence in and make create the story your own self. Okay, that is a general thing that it will not come in your exam. The point I already tell which topic is covered in your exam shows you have to practice on that questions. That's it. Grammar, I'm talking about the used to or would is usually talking about would with a formal conversation. Would you like it? Okay. Would and use a illustrate the action regularly in the past. Okay. Or for a formal conversation, we can use a would. That's it. Okay. So my brother used to keep white mice as a pet. Used to it when I'm talking about the used to. So we used to talking about used to. So we used to in a habitual action in earlier, not now. If I'm talking about used to, it means we can say that used to. It we can say so in earlier. They say I used to drink coffee every morning, but now I drink tea. Now earlier habit, not the habitual in earlier. Okay, so that is used to meaning it means the we can say that the own before matlab not now, that is I used to a long hair but now I don't have. Okay, so it means used to or means it we can say that in the past but no longer done, experienced, done or experience in a done. Used to it means done or experience in a past. Just say for example I said I used to long hair, ठीक है, but now I don't have. I used to drink milk but I don't I but now I don't, I like tea. Okay, so the done in the experience in a past, that is called the used to. Okay, that is called the used to. uh, okay, so for example say I used to live in London but now I live in New York. Okay, so that is called used to. It means we can say that it shows the done or experience in the past but no longer done in at present. Okay, I used to eat meat but now I'm a vegetarian. Okay, that is the example of used to or used to. That's it. Writing a story building, you have to know the characters, perhaps the problem, themes, what will you write on it, that's you have to write on. Pronunciation, you have to use a different pronunciation for everything. Okay, and this that is used to or would to is a very important for the paper point of view. Comprehension, dialogue writing, active passive voice, phrasal verb, idioms, that is very important for the paper point of view. Okay, now block 3 is finished from my side. Okay, now block 3 is finished from my side and next time we will do a block 4. So I hope
Okay.
you understand what I teach you, what I explain to you.
Yes, it's pretty clear for me. For me.
Pardon?
Yeah, it's pretty clear for me.
Okay, that's great. It's my pleasure exactly informing to you.
Okay.
Yes, yes, this unit block is finished. If you want to ask anything, you can ask. I'll mute myself for a few seconds. So, if you want, you can. Any question on a previous units or previous blocks, you can ask me.
Okay. I don't have any question.
All is also clear from my side.
That's great. Thank you so much.
No question from this side as well.
Pardon?
No question from this side.
Okay, that's great. Now, next, I'll stop my screen, then I'll take your attendance. So, please turn on your cameras so that I can share with the admin department. So, please turn on your cameras. Yeah, hi. Rest of three, please turn on. Rest of three, please turn on your cameras. Ah, smiling. That's great. If you will turn on your cameras, I will also turn on my camera.
But
if you
ma,
if you
your camera,
turn your
your
camera,
camera is off.
yeah, right now my camera is off. But if you'll turn on, then definitely I'll turn off.
Yeah, we have already turned ours. Me
Everyone,
and Hosea.
but two persons are not turn on your cameras. No,
Yeah,
not
me
you.
and Hosea, we have
Now,
already opened our
now you
camera.
can see my screen. I'm your teacher. Hi.
So, hi, Ma.
Hi. So both of you didn't turn on your cameras. Yes, Gray and Saifulu. Maybe I pronounced your name
Okay,
wrong.
I'm having some challenges in opening my camera, but I'm trying to
Okay.
do it.
Okay, no issues. Choice is yours. I'm not forcing to you. So, yes, if you want ask any question, you can.
Ma, actually, from my side, there is no any question.
Okay, it means all clear from your my side, now.
Yeah.
Am I right? So you feel happy
Yes.
that I'll clear the all doubts all clear from my side. Am I right?
Yeah, you're
You're
right.
right.
Thank you so much. So if you want to ask any question, you can. So this block is finished from my side. So the next time we will take a next block. That's it. Yes. Yeah. So I hope you understand everything in this class.